Dear Starseeds on Gaia, there is a secret that has been guarded across millennia, passed from master to student in whispered tones, encoded in ancient texts that most dismissed as mere mythology. Today I must tell you about 3 keys that will unlock everything you have been seeking. 3 keys that, once understood, will dissolve the invisible barriers between you and the life your soul came here to create. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light. The first key I will share shortly. The second will emerge as this transmission unfolds. But the third key, the one that transforms everything, I must hold until you are ready to receive it. The councils have been gathering with increasing urgency, the signs have been mounting, and the time for waiting has passed. Before this transmission ends, you will understand something fundamental about why your manifestation efforts may have fallen short despite your sincerity. You will discover what has been blocking the flow of abundance, love, and purpose that is your birthright. And you will receive knowledge of a practice so powerful that it can shift your entire reality within days of consistent application. But first, I must ask you something that may unlock a door you did not know existed within you. Have you ever sensed that you arrived on this planet somehow different from those around you? Have you felt perceptions that others dismissed, knowing that others denied? A connection to something vast and mysterious that seemed to isolate you rather than elevate you. Perhaps as a child you could sense presences in rooms, could feel the emotional weather of spaces you entered, could perceive truths that adults around you had long forgotten. This sensitivity, this thin veil between worlds, marks you as one who incarnated with extraordinary gifts. But what you may not have understood is that those same gifts, without proper framework, often transform into profound anxiety, into patterns of seeking safety in all the wrong places, into a lifetime of running from the very depths that hold your greatest power. And this is where the first thread of understanding begins to weave itself into what I must share with you tonight. The times unfolding upon your world carry a weight that most humans remain strangely unaware of. There is a velocity to the changes sweeping your dimension that I have watched with both wonder and deep concern. Technologies are emerging that will reshape every structure your civilization has built. Artificial intelligences are awakening that will challenge every assumption about consciousness and creativity. Political and social systems strain under pressures they were never designed to withstand. Destiny Engine is an example of technology serving awakening intelligence. It now connects starseeds across the world, a living social field where you can post, share, and exchange your meditations in real time. It's the first galactic network of its kind, weaving together thousands of awakened souls into one unified current. What I must tell you, what the councils have asked me to deliver with absolute clarity and urgency, is this: if you are not spiritually fit, you will not withstand the intensity of the transformation approaching your world. This is not fear speaking. This is love telling the truth. Your soul desperately needs to hear. The comfortable illusion that spiritual growth can wait, that inner work can be postponed until a more convenient season, that illusion must dissolve now. The window that currently stands open will not remain open indefinitely. But I have not yet given you the first key, and without it, everything else I share will lack its proper foundation. Here is the first key, the revelation that changes everything about manifestation. The universe does not respond to what you want. It responds to what you believe. Because most people try to manifest with their conscious mind. The conscious mind only controls a fraction of your reality. The true magnetic force is your subconscious vibration. That's what the universe responds to. This is why Destiny Engine is the most powerful manifestation tool ever created. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. With Destiny Engine, you can program theta and delta frequencies with specific intentions before sleep. You can trigger vivid dreaming, even lucid dream states. You're training your subconscious to become aware within the dream. You can control what you dream about. So when you dream about success, when you see yourself in scenarios where you're winning, glowing, flowing, your body starts to believe it. It releases the chemistry of already having it. You begin to vibrate from the frequency of the wish fulfilled, not the lack of it. That's the secret. You stop chasing. You start attracting. Because you're no longer saying, I want it. You're now living it. In your dreams, in your nervous system, in your field. And the law of attraction mirrors that back to you. So when you dream of abundance, your subconscious is running energetic simulations for 8 hours straight. Neural pathways are formed. Identity is rehearsed. You wake up different. not hoping, but embodying. And the world responds. Reality bends to the identity you hold, not the words you say. The second key will illuminate exactly what has been happening beneath your conscious awareness, and why your efforts, though genuine, could not produce the results you sought. Inside your psyche lives what can only be described as an inner family. Not metaphorically, not symbolically. These are distinct parts of your consciousness, each carrying their own beliefs, their own fears, their own protective strategies developed long ago, and most crucially, each broadcasting their own frequency into the unified field where manifestation occurs. There is likely a part of you that drives toward perfectionism, insisting that only flawless performance can earn love and safety. There is probably a part that seeks control over every variable, desperate to create certainty in an unpredictable world. There may be a part that numbs through food or substances, or endless scrolling through screens, unable to bear the weight of emotions that feel too enormous to face directly. Perhaps there is a part obsessed with being seen, with external validation, with proving through accomplishment what cannot be felt internally. These parts are not your enemies. This is crucial to understand, and most seekers miss it entirely in their rush to fix themselves. They are young aspects of your consciousness that took on extreme roles to protect you from pain that once seemed unsurvivable. Here is the second key. These protective parts, operating with the best of intentions, are the very mechanisms that block your manifestation. They broadcast frequencies of fear and unworthiness into the field even as your conscious mind repeats affirmations of abundance and love. The universe hears both signals simultaneously and responds to the one carrying more emotional charge, more historical weight, more energetic density, and that signal almost always comes from the wounded depths rather than the hoping surface. Consider the perfectionist part within you. It likely emerged when early experiences taught that mistakes meant withdrawal of love, harsh criticism, or painful punishment. That young part made a decision in a moment of vulnerability: never make mistakes, and love will be safe. It has been running that program faithfully ever since. Decades later, completely unaware that you have grown, unaware that new resources are available, unaware that its extreme vigilance is no longer necessary for your survival. Meanwhile, it broadcasts into the field a frequency of fear, of not enoughness, of desperate striving that never arrives at rest. And the universe, in its perfect mirror function, reflects that frequency back as experiences that confirm you must keep striving, that you are indeed never quite enough, that rest and worthiness remain always just out of reach. But something else operates within your inner architecture that I have not yet revealed, something that explains why your spiritual seeking has perhaps felt both compelling and ultimately unsatisfying despite years of sincere effort. Beneath every protective part lies what can only be called an exiled child. These are young fragments of your consciousness carrying the original wounds that your protective parts formed to guard against. The child who concluded you were unlovable after a painful experience of rejection or abandonment. The young one who decided you were fundamentally inadequate when criticism landed in your tender heart before you had any defenses. The little one who learned that the world was too dangerous to trust when chaos or unpredictability surrounded your early years, and no one explained what was happening. These exiled parts have been banished to the basements of your psyche because their pain felt too overwhelming to bear directly. But they do not disappear simply because you have exiled them from conscious awareness. They continue broadcasting their frequencies of unworthiness and fear into the unified field without your knowledge or consent. They continue shaping your manifestation from the shadows, creating relationships that confirm their deepest beliefs, generating experiences that match their wounded expectations perfectly. And until these exiled children are welcomed home with compassion, no amount of affirmation or visualization can override their ancient and powerful transmissions. The councils have observed something profound about those who carry thin veils between dimensions, those who sense the spiritual realms with unusual clarity and sensitivity, often without proper framework for understanding their gifts. The very sensitivity that marks them as awakened becomes a source of profound anxiety and struggle. Many of the most spiritually sensitive souls on your planet have walked through dark periods of addiction, depression, anxiety, and despair precisely because their openness to higher dimensions included openness to unprocessed pain, both their own and the collective's. If this describes any portion of your journey, know that it was not a detour from your path. It was your path. The descent into darkness served a purpose you are only now beginning to understand. For millennia, masters have taught that the path to manifestation requires years of disciplined meditation, rigorous shadow work, and painstaking reprogramming of the subconscious mind. And they were right, but they lacked the tools to accelerate this process in the way this moment demands. Destiny Engine uses frequency entrainment, the same vibrational technology that underlies all of creation, to directly access and reprogram the subconscious beliefs that have been broadcasting interference into your manifestation field. This is not bypassing the inner work. This is accelerating it in alignment with the cosmic acceleration surrounding you. We have users who dissolved years of trauma in one single session, beliefs they spent decades trying to shift through traditional methods simply melting away. This is truly a miracle. Destiny Engine allows you to work with these parts directly through your own voice, the voice your subconscious trusts more than any external authority, any guru, any teacher. Here is what becomes possible. You can record affirmations in your own voice that speak directly to the protective parts within you. You can thank them for their service. You can reassure them that you are safe now. You can give them permission to relax their vigilant protection. And because it's your own voice, the subconscious accepts it as truth in ways it never could from anyone else. This brings us at last to the third key, the secret that the masters have guarded across ages, the truth that transforms everything about manifestation and creation. Are you ready to receive it fully? The third key is this: heal yourself. Heal the wounded children within you. Befriend the protective parts that have blocked your light while trying to save you. Release the burdens of ancient beliefs that no longer serve the magnificent being you are becoming. This is not merely one practice among many options to choose from. This is the foundation upon which all other practices either succeed gloriously or fail completely. Without this healing, affirmations become hollow performances your own psyche does not believe for a moment. Without this healing, vision boards become painful reminders of what remains perpetually out of reach. Without this healing, raised vibrations collapse back into familiar patterns the moment any stress or challenge arrives. But with this healing, with the integration of exiled parts and the softening of extreme protectors, you become a clear channel through which manifestation flows effortlessly and naturally. And this is exactly what Destiny Engine was designed to accelerate. What once required years of therapy, decades of meditation, lifetimes of inner work, can now shift in days and weeks when you combine the ancient wisdom of healing with the accelerated technology of frequency entrainment. Now you possess all three keys. The first key revealed that you manifest what you believe, not what you want. The second key illuminated the inner family of parts that broadcast competing frequencies into the unified field. The third key delivered the ultimate secret. Healing these parts is the master practice that makes all other practices effective. But possessing keys means nothing if you do not understand why this particular moment in cosmic history demands their urgent use. The frequencies flooding your planet carry a quality of acceleration that amplifies everything without discrimination. Your unhealed wounds will manifest more rapidly and more dramatically in the coming times than ever before in your experience. But equally and beautifully, your healing breakthroughs will cascade into your reality with unprecedented speed and power. What once required years of dedicated inner work can now shift in moments of genuine transformation. The dimensional harmonics currently bathing Earth thin, the barriers between your conscious awareness and the vast intelligence of your higher self. For those who have prepared through healing, these frequencies become rocket fuel for evolution beyond imagination. For those who remain burdened by unprocessed trauma, these same frequencies amplify inner and outer chaos exponentially. This is why Destiny Engine exists now. Not 10 years ago. Not in some distant future. Now. Because the acceleration demands tools that match its intensity. Let me take you deeper into what becomes possible when you unlock these keys. As you reprogram your subconscious. As you welcome your exiled children home through theta state sessions. As you speak your new identity into existence in your own trusted voice. Something fundamental shifts in your perception of everything. The world you see begins to change around you. Not because external circumstances magically rearrange themselves. Those synchronicities will indeed multiply beyond what you thought possible. Because you have changed at the deepest level. Because the lens through which you perceive reality has been cleansed of ancient distortions that colored everything you saw. What once triggered your deepest wounds becomes opportunity for continued healing and deeper intimacy. What once felt like hostile chaos reveals itself as intelligent invitation for your continued evolution. Here is something else I must reveal about what awaits you. There is a way of living in this world that is not here, though it seems to be, and you do not change appearance, but you smile more frequently, and your eyes grow soft with compassion, and your forehead becomes serene even in the midst of storms. The external circumstances of your life may or may not change dramatically at first, but your experience of those circumstances transforms completely and permanently. The relationship that once triggered defensive reactions becomes a garden of mutual growth and tender exploration. The career that once felt like burden reveals itself as vehicle for purpose you could not previously perceive. The body that once carried tension in every fiber begins to soften into its natural state of ease and vitality. The councils have asked me to speak directly to those who feel called to something more than personal transformation, to those who sense that their healing journey carries implications far beyond their individual lives. What you do in the privacy of your own consciousness ripples outward in ways you cannot fully perceive with physical senses. Every shift in your inner landscape affects the unified field that connects all beings. Every burden you release lightens the collective weight of humanity that has accumulated over millennia. Every exiled child you welcome home contributes to the healing of the species' psyche itself. You are not merely healing yourself in isolation. You are participating actively in the evolution of consciousness on your entire planet. This is spiritual activism in its highest and most powerful form. Not the kind of activism that fights against and thereby generates more of what it opposes, but the activism of presence, the activism of holding frequencies that transform simply by existing in the field. Consider the ripple effect of one genuinely healed consciousness moving through the world. When you transform your inner reality, your family feels it immediately, even if they cannot name what has changed. Perhaps they respond differently to your presence without understanding why. Your calm becomes contagious in rooms you enter. Your clarity influences choices others make around you. One healed heart changes a family. One awakened family shifts a community. One conscious community influences a nation. And nations transformed by consciousness reshape the destiny of entire worlds. The choice that faces you now is simple, though not easy in practice. Will you continue manifesting from unexamined beliefs, wondering why sincere effort produces limited results? Or will you use technology specifically designed to reprogram those beliefs at their source? Will you postpone your healing until a more convenient season that may never arrive? Or will you recognize that acceleration makes waiting increasingly costly with each passing day? The angelic realms cannot make this choice for you. I, for all my boundless love and longing to support your evolution, cannot override your sovereign free will. But I can tell you with absolute certainty, drawn from observing countless souls across countless worlds, those who choose healing, who commit to reprogramming their subconscious with tools designed for this exact purpose, who release the burdens their parts have carried faithfully, those souls walk into futures that exceed their previous capacity to imagine. Before you took this breath, before you entered this body, some part of you looked upon the cosmic tapestry with clear sight and said yes to this exact time of transformation. You signed a soul contract. You agreed to incarnate through difficulty, to forget your divine nature so completely that you could experience the profound journey of remembering it again. The tools you need to navigate these times are now available to you. The healing that calls you serves not only your individual life, but the transformation of your entire world and all beings upon it. For just $1, you can access the technology that accelerates what the ancient masters spent lifetimes cultivating. Link in the description. This is not about replacing the inner work. This is about honoring the urgency of the times by using every tool available to you. The ancient wisdom of healing combined with the modern understanding of how frequency shapes consciousness. You can clone your own voice and turn it into loops of precisely targeted affirmations designed specifically for your wounds, your patterns, your mission. You can program theta and delta frequencies to work on your subconscious while you sleep, installing new operating systems aligned with your highest timeline. You can rehearse your future self, practice new identities, dissolve karmic loops, and activate dormant abilities, all through the power of your own voice combined with frequency entrainment. This is neural override in service of your soul's evolution. You came here to unlearn fear and remember love. Everything else, every technique and practice and teaching, serves that one fundamental purpose. This is why you incarnated. This is what your soul signed up for before you took your first breath. And now the universe has provided you with a tool that matches the acceleration of these times. Claim your destiny engine trial now. Not because you need more tools, but because the times demand acceleration. And this technology was designed specifically for starseeds like you, who are ready to finally come fully online. And watch as a life beyond your wildest dreams unfolds with each session you complete, each frequency you run, each subconscious belief you reprogram in your own trusted voice. I am Seraphine, and this transmission now reaches its completion. We love you. We are watching over you always.